What's up, guys? It is Mitchell J, the Scaredy Cat Guide, and obviously we're going to talk about crypto, but I want to talk about crypto as an alternative investment, along with pretty much many other quote-unquote alternative investments that are not your standard mutual fund. Because the bottom line is, I just read some stats and a study about mutual funds, and I didn't realize, I mean, I knew the fees on funds were high, but I didn't realize how bad they really got investors. And over the course of an investment lifetime, if someone's investing in mutual funds, over the course of like basically 40 years or, their working years and then, into retirement, 60% of the gains made in the course of that time in the mutual fund go to the mutual fund, goes to the company and people managing that mutual fund because A, you have the fee. And I've talked about mutual fund fees in some posts I've written on Steemit, but I didn't realize how much it really ate up because there's so many other little hidden fees. But the bottom line is 60% of the earnings or the growth of those funds in the mutual, within a mutual fund get eaten up, and that's also because of the compounding, the power of compounding, interest. So those fees would have been money that grew into bigger money. So got to be cognizant about fees. And when you have alternative investments like cryptocurrency, this is an opportunity for us to invest in something where there's literally no fees. And if there's any, it's just a transactional fee when you buy or sell something. But you might be thinking, all right, I don't have time to manage my money, or I don't, understand, stocks and crypto and, you know, how financial prices, move. But there's really not, like, it's not rocket science. Like, this is the thing. You got to keep it simple and, you know, doing just a little bit of work can save you a ton of money in not only expenses, but in lost profits over the course of decades. I mean, we're talking large numbers. Like, we're talking, um, 300, $400,000 type amounts getting eaten up over the course of the average person's investing career or investing lifetime by mutual fund fees. That's big money. So if you look at the chart, I got Litecoin up, and you'll see I have a horizontal black line drawn. And all this really is pointing out is essentially a support level, support and resistance, simplest things you can find when it comes to charting, and the most basic thing to use. And they still work because they recognize price areas where there's buyers or there's sellers. So the bottom line is you can use these as your entry and exit targets, and that's it. You don't have to trade it. You just use them as your long-term point. So the bottom line is you see we had a bottom here. You see price reversed. And we got some entry signals here, which I talk about in the second video of the Scaredy Cat Guide to Investing in Cryptocurrency course. But that's not the point of this video. Really, this is about, all right, being able to recognize kind of like levels. So like we see this is clearly a bottom. We've bounced. Could we be lower than this one day? Yes. Could we be much higher? Yes. But the bottom line is you have this reference point now, right? So if you were to get into Litecoin here, right, you know that down here around 120 is kind of your support level, kind of an area where you can expect Litecoin to remain above. If it doesn't, if it breaks down, then you get out of Dodge. You take the loss. Obviously you can get even more creative with it, and you see I've spotted this support level. You see all this price action, hit its head, all that good stuff, bounced off it. I mean, if you want to be a little more active, you can play it even tighter. You can get in, but I'm talking about basically building long-term positions in alternative investments, and I'm using crypto as the example because the bottom line is the amount of money you save by not investing in mutual funds and doing things on your own, and even getting in, like, let's say, an ETF. Granted, there's still fees there, but they're a fraction of what a mutual fund is. And then you just get long, the stock market, or you get short the stock market, whichever direction you want to go with it. Um, it's just smart because you're not essentially giving away your future earnings to someone else that, bottom line, makes money whether you do or not. Like, if the mutual fund's down, they still get their fees. If the mutual fund's up, they still get their fees. Like, you're taking on all the risk, and they're getting rewarded no matter what. So this is why you want to put the power of investing in your own hands a little bit. And I'm using crypto as an example because, granted, group I'm talking to, we're focused on crypto. And on top of that, it is a alternative investment that's kind of giving power back to the people. So again, looking at Litecoin, pretty simple. If you got into this as a long-term investment, it's like, all right, my upside is 360, my downside is, 120, 100. Boom, done and done. Get in, right? You got your points, done, you're good. So, if it was to break down, you can decide if you want to sell it and then try and re-enter somewhere else, or, you got a profit target here up, in the mid threes, and then, if it gets there, maybe you take some off and hope, and then hold for further highs, especially if it's a long-term investment. So I think there's just something to be said for keeping things simple so you're able to do them yourself and, at the same time, save a lot of lost opportunity and lost potential profits that you're putting in someone else's pocket. And as long as you learn some basic principles of investing, I think you can do that. Obviously, there's risk with everything, just like there is putting your money with somebody else. And that's something I'll talk about probably, going forward, because there's better places to put your money when you're putting it with someone else. Situations where um, you're not paying fees if you're not getting a positive return. And that's actually something that me and some guys that I know through the crypto community, we started some investments like that, and who knows, eventually maybe we'll bring them out to the public. But right now, kind of doing our in-house thing for the most part. But things to keep in mind, and as far as crypto goes, like I said, Litecoin, we got some support here at 190. We'll see if it can just rebound off of this and now breach this prior top. So like 230, we got to get above this now and back into the 240s for it to be bullish. And then obviously, holding 190 is key. If we go below 190, that is obviously not bullish. That would be somewhat bearish because now we'd have a higher top and then I should say a lower top essentially on this bounce. But we shall see. Anyway, that's it for now. Nothing too crazy. Just wanted to kind of get that out on your radar in terms of just the cost of investing with others. And we will see you on the next video. All right, later.